And do you do anything special in your apps to retain users, or do you just try to keep the app as useful as possible and that's basically it?
Um, that's basically it. The only thing that loses users, I think, if they're interested in your app, is if it breaks. So, if there's an issue with the app, I try and fix that. I try and pay attention to Crashlytics, and if there's crashes coming up, make sure you fix those. But aside from that, it's just making sure that it works. And if people are constantly requesting, can you add this feature? Then maybe this is the feature that they want. And also, you have to wait up again. Like for me, if I lose users, I'm fine with that because the app does what I wanted it to do and I built it to use for myself. But if it's your business and somebody's constantly asking you, can you add this? You probably want to add that because otherwise somebody else is going to build the app with that feature, and now that everybody's just going to switch to there because it has this one extra thing that you could have added anyways. But in terms of what I do, I just try and keep it ticking over and pay attention to Crashlytics. I don't really do anything else. And like I mentioned, if I want to try and convert paid users, free users to paid users, then I try and do some push notification messaging around that and target people that haven't. I usually use targeting, which is like they haven't subscribed to the app, obviously, but they've also used the app X amount of time. So you're not just a new user and straight away you get pinged with a message saying, hey, buy the app. So I do some bits and pieces around that. But in terms of retention, I just make sure that it works.
Well, that's in-app messaging you were just talking about.
Yeah, so I have so in the app I have things that are set up mostly for reviews and occasionally for pop-ups to ask, would you like to subscribe? Which would be so for reviews, it would be, if a user's had this app installed for 2 weeks and they've listened to at least 100 messages, then I can be fairly confident that they're interested in using this app and they're having a good experience. And so I'll show them a pop-up and says, would you like to leave a review, right? Because the reviews is essentially how people are going to find your app and decide if they want to use it, because you want a good amount of reviews and you want good reviews. And you can do the same thing with pop-ups to subscribe. But then what I will do is I'll send push notifications, and when it gets to the phone will be like, right, if this user's got this push notification and they've had the app installed for 2 weeks and they've had at least 100 downloads, then show them this push notification saying, would you like to purchase the app for 50% off? But if they've just installed the app, then don't show it to them because now it's just spam. That's kind of how I do it.
Okay, I don't know if I've missed that part, but what SDK or tool are you using to see what the people are actually doing in your app, the users?
Yeah, so there's a couple ways to do it. So push notifications is just Firebase cloud messaging, send them a push. You can have topics on push notifications. So what I'll have is when you install the app, it will subscribe you to the installed not paid topic. And then when you buy the app, it will unsubscribe you from that, and it will subscribe you to the paid topic, which means that I can then target, do I want to send this message to everybody, or do I just want to send it to my paid users, or I just want to send it to my unpaid users? And then on the client side, before it shows the message, I'll have some logic that says, should we actually show this message based on how long they've had the app installed? But all of that logic is client side. So, when you install the app, it will just create a shared preference timestamp of the time you installed it. And then every time it reads a message, it will add a counter to your shared preference to say message is read. And then I just do a little bit of logic on the front end so that you make sure that you're not spamming people.
Okay, yeah, seems like a nice approach.